Hi YouTube. How are you today? So, anyways, that was the most BS intro. I'm sorry. It's Ryusei Idiot One here. That's a better intro. So we are week 7 at the EPL, my good friends. And so we have a wonderful, cool looking kind of team. I'm putting it up on screen. So we had a list of Pokemon. I was a little pushed for time. Um, and I honestly eh, kind of really couldn't come up with a team, and it was last minute. And with the Dallas regionals, a whole bunch of stuff with the Discord I run, Mount Silver, and tournaments and stuff like that. I just haven't been able to how do you say team build and like do fun and crazy cool things like I have been in the past. So this is going to be a little bit kind of a standard looking team, but I'm using Garchomp, and Garchomp is one of the Pokemon that we can use for this week. Now I'm playing Sharpdressedgameing. Ooh, he sounds like a sharp-dressed guy. He is pretty good. I met him at Dallas Regionals. I think I sat next to him a couple times during the tournament, during the event, which was really awesome. He seems like a really, really cool guy. So he is also using Garchomp. So this is going to be an interesting match here. The choices we had were Steelix, Flygon, Mothim, Togetic, Tauros, Cacturn, Serena, Delibird, Garchomp, and Emolga. There's a couple choices that I see. Like honestly, I wouldn't mind running because like whatchamacallit, Serena is really cool. Tauros is awesome. There's a really cool like anger point strategy that people used to run back in the day, and that's just like a really awesome thing to run. And those teams, I might come back to it. Like maybe next week I might use the Tauros because I kind of like that anger point thing. Just a little hint of what may come. So anyways, back to our match. So we have Gengar, Garchomp, Tyranitar, Feeny, Zapdos, and Celesteela. So I'm kind of torn between Bulu, Tyranitar, or my Cresselia. Um, Tyranitar will be good, obviously, for the Gengar. Tyranitar would be decent against his other Tyranitar. Um, so I don't know, and also, so like Tyranitar kind of looks like a pretty decent choice. So I think we're gonna lead Sun here. I'm gonna lead Charizard Lando, and then I'm gonna have um, Garchomp, Tyranitar in the back. So now the thing is, the cool thing about Garchomp is um, Garchomp has this cool little thing called Sandveil. Sandveil is awesome. Also, it has this cool little thing called whatchamacallit. Yeah, fix that. Okay, so it has Sandveil and it has oh, I put bright powder on it. So basically, the whole scenario behind that Garchomp is to get up the sand, keep substituting and swords dancing and doing lots of big damage. So here we have a Zapdos Gengar lead. So the Zapdos is probably going to go for the it's probably going to go for the Tailwind here. And I think we're going to switch into Tyranitar here. So I'm going to go for the Rock Tomb onto the Zapdos because most of the time Gengars are Mega Gengars and they usually have Disable. So if you go straight for the Earthquake next turn, Gengar will be able to disable the Earthquake and you'll be in a world of hurtin', so to speak. So, no, okay, this is probably sashed Gengar then at this point. So with that, my obviously the speeds get lowered by both of my Pokemon, but it's very good information, and that Zapdos is not bulky at all. I'm gonna get Hidden Power iced. I actually probably should survive it. I'm a pretty bulky AV set. Oh nope, okay. I am a pretty bulky AV set though, so that's definitely pretty close to max special attack Zapdos, for sure, for sure. So anyways, the Garchomp can now come in here, and barring a Will-O-Wisp from Gengar, which honestly I'm kind of cool with too. So I'm pretty sure I'm in a pretty decent position to just set up a substitute here. Will-O-Wisp probably is gonna miss. Okay, we get the Icy Wind. That's fine. I'm surprised I actually hit the Garchomp. Actually, very surprised I hit the Garchomp. So the Zapdos is probably going to try to Hidden Power Ice my Garchomp, and let's just see. Oh no, Tailwind. Okay, that's fine. Like, I'm behind a sub now. I can fire off my Earthquakes and my other dastardly things. So I'm not too worried about it. I don't have Dragon Claw on this Garchomp, but we shall see if that's going to play any pertinent thing going forward. The miss on the Gengar was unfortunate, though. I will say that. And so here the Gengar can do a whole bunch of nasty stuff to me. So I think we're gonna try to Swords Dance here with the Garchomp, and I think we're gonna protect with my Tyranitar. I'm gonna scout out and see if his Garchomp either does some type of dragon, some type of earthquake, something. And I can't believe that Icy Wind hit again, and I have Bright Powder and Sandveil. My opponent is getting very lucky without knowing that he's getting lucky. So here I'm gonna get the Swords Dance off, and I think here I'm just gonna click the Earthquake button, and hopefully something misses, because that's the whole point of this set, is to make my opponent miss. So I'm gonna just switch out my Tyranitar into my Charizard, just so I can just straight up Earthquake, see what happens. I mean, his Garchomp can Dragon Claw into my Garchomp. His Gengar obviously is gonna Icy Wind. His Garchomp can Rock Slide, so it's definitely. Oh, it's a Mega Garchomp. That's cool. That's awesome, actually. With the speed reduction, though, I actually my Garchomp still might be faster. The Icy Wind, and it connects. Wow, this is a very lucky man. So I think I just lose this round. Oh, okay. So he's gonna Swords Dance. Yeah, I think I just lose this round, just outright and completely. I just get devastated. I mean, I really wish that Bright Powder or Substitute, like I kind of wish that combination had kicked in, but definitely the Gengar is pretty worrisome. But knowing that is the Garchomp is Mega, that's actually pretty good information. So here, I mean, he can protect. He can do a whole bunch of stuff. I think I'm gonna go for the. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Solar Beam. I'm gonna go for Solar Beam. I know he's probably got yeah, he's definitely got Tyranitar in the back. There's no way really I win this. I mean, really all he needs to do is protect Icy Wind here, and yeah, so protect Icy Wind. Then what happens is he can just go for a Rock Slide next turn, and my Heat Wave isn't really gonna do much. So I mean, there's no way. The only way I could. Oh, he didn't go for Icy Wind. Okay. Oh, he had he had the Tailwind. That was kind of pertinent here. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of pertinent a little bit. So I'm just gonna go for the low kick, I guess. I'm gonna go for the low kick. I'm gonna go for Heat Wave. Maybe get a burn. I don't know. Really, he doesn't have. He does not have the Tyranitar in the back, or he didn't want to reveal it. And then that would be a good game for me. Let's see. I mean, if any one of those icy winds missed, I'm still baffled that they not one of them missed. It's definitely how do you say? It's definitely sashed Gengar. So now I'm definitely gonna play a little bit differently. If he does lead the Gengar lead again, I'm definitely so. Now my strategy, I think I'm gonna go straight for the Sun mode again. Honestly, if I had just clicked Heat Wave Earthquake, I would have been in a very good position from the beginning. But I was expecting the Mega, the Mega Gengar for trapping and stuff like that. And he revealed his Mega to be Garchomp. So that was definitely a surprising game one. Let's see if we can adjust and use that information to our advantage. Probably not. It's late. I'm bad at this game. Um, so as you see, this very bad player playing this wonderful, wonderful game. He did lead the Zapdos, but I was not fast. I was faster than the Zapdos. So that's very pertinent information right there. And I know that he's Mega Garchomp. I was faster than the Zapdos. I mean, pretty much here it's just a it's honestly it's a I think the play would be Rock Tomb Heat Wave, even though I know I'm gonna get the debuff from the Gengar with the Icy Wind, but since I was faster than the Zapdos, unless he carries Protect, so again our same leads. So let's just see if the information that I learned from the previous game uh, goes into this game and possibly helps. I mean, I need to do like a third to that Zapdos with my Heat Wave in order for this to kind of go down the way I want it to go down. So we'll see. I mean, he could bring in the Tyranitar in the Gengar slot. That would be good. There's a lot of plays here. This is definitely a more riskier play I'm doing, where I am straight up just rock tombing Heat Wave, hopefully getting the KO onto the Zapdos, and hopefully, yep, okay. So, oh, he doesn't. Okay, he withdraws his bird. That's fine. Okay, I'm I'm happy with that actually. So I'm gonna have the weather. Okay, so the Gengar possibly can go down to Sash, or will go down to Sash, but has a 10% chance of dying, which is nice. Gengar will get that Icy Wind off, which again, it's not that bad for him to get that Icy Wind off on me, because like I said, I do have Garchomp in the back, and I do have whatchamacallit. Yeah, Sash. Do I get the burn? That's the question. Yes! Okay, cool. So I'm actually in not a bad position here. Um, yeah, I'm actually really, really, really strong position here. Even though I know my Landorus is slower now than the Zapdos, both of my Pokemon are slower than the Zapdos. But I think I can still use this to my advantage, because I can do a double switch. I can switch into my Tyranitar and then switch into my Garchomp. So Tyranitar in the Lando slot, Garchomp into the um, Charizard slot. So now his Garchomp comes out. So Garchomp versus these is actually fine. It's actually fine. So an unstabbed. This is gonna be Mega. If it Megas, it should be faster still. So Charizard's definitely gonna be faster than the Garchomp. Okay, so he doesn't Mega Evolve because of the speed reduction, which is fine. Um, Tyranitar does outspeed me. Okay, okay, that's a pretty fast Tyranitar. Um, that's interesting. I'm gonna get the Solar Beam off onto the onto the Garchomp. Let's see. Okay, cool. That did about half. I'm glad about that actually. So now here I'm gonna switch into my Garchomp. I'm gonna threaten with the Earthquake, and here I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the game, and we're gonna see if Bright Powder Substitute does anything, or Bright Powder Sand Veil does anything. So basically, I'm sacrificing my Tyranitar. I don't think that my Tyranitar will die on max HP, max attack, so I don't think it'll die to an Earthquake, but I think the other two will. And then if I don't get this, like if he doesn't get the Speed tie, okay, cool. This is just in case they don't kill both of them, which I should, which I do. Okay, cool. Um, that was kind of a weird play. I bet my opponent's probably like, why did he do that? But the item and the ability never came into play the previous game, so he doesn't know what I was kind of going for there. I am a Jolly Max Speed Garchomp, so I was fairly certain that I was gonna outspeed. So here I'm just gonna go for the Rock Slide. I mean, he's probably gonna go for the Tailwind. He can go for the Ice Beam. Um, Honestly, his main objective is probably to get rid of the Garchomp, or get rid of the Tyranitar. I mean, yeah. So the Z move into the Tyranitar. I do have my substitute up, which is pretty good. And now I'm in a position to where I can just Swords Dance and then next turn a Rock Slide, because I'm gonna bring my Charizard out. It'll bring the Sun, and it'll bring a lot of pressure that it's gonna pressure him to. I'm pretty sure I'm in a solid position. So basically, my end game here is gonna be to get up a Swords Dance with Garchomp, kind of redirect some of the attacks. You know what? I know. I'm thinking. I think we're gonna Swords Dance, and I think we're gonna Heat Wave. So here's my line of thinking. If he goes after the Charizard and he KOs the Charizard, I'm a Garchomp behind a sub with the Swords Dance up. My Charizard's always is gonna go first, so Heat Wave's gonna do some damage. Also, here's some damage calcs for in the future. Yeah, definitely not a bulky Zapdos, but that's okay. So now he has 2 turns, so basically I did not know how much that Heat Wave was going to do. I'm not used to offensive Zapdoses like this one. So definitely I was not used to that, and it definitely caught me off guard. Now, this Gengar lead is a lot of trouble for me. It's a lot of trouble for me. It definitely puts me off pace from what I kind of need to be doing. This Icy Wind is a pain in the butt. But Zapdos Gengar is kind of his strongest lead. They're both his strongest ice types. And ice definitely kind of wrecks my team. Now, I could lead Tyranitar Charizard? Actually. Yes. Tyranitar Charizard would actually be a decent lead for this, because then I can Rock Slide. Yeah, I think that's the lead I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Tyranitar Charizard. Now, I know it's a little bit of a little bit of a crazy mix-up, but the thing is, if he leads again the same Gengar Zapdos lead, which kind of, I mean, yes, it's the strongest lead. Yes, all the ice-type attacks really destroy my team, but The thing is, to me, that's not his strongest lead. His strongest lead would have been, some type of Feeny lead, because Feeny does do a lot to my team. Okay, so he leads his Tyranitar and his little birdie. Well, I lead my Tyranitar and my Charizard. So let's see. Whose Sandstream goes up? I don't know whose Sandstream went up. I think he's Scarfed. Okay, so here I'm gonna go for the low kick. I'm Life Orbed. The low kick should kill the Tyranitar. I have, um, whatchamacallit, Life Orb, and I have Intimidate, while he does not. So this is gonna be a big factor in how kind of things go down. So I think he's gonna Rock Slide Thunderbolt, or he could have even predicted and Rock Slid and Hidden Power Iced. Or actually, you know what? Tailwind wouldn't be a bad option either, which is fine. So the Rock Slide comes out. Oh, the Z move, probably into the Tyranitar. If he did it right, the Z move should have been into the Tyranitar. And it's into the Tyranitar. Yep. Okay. I'm actually fairly certain I'll survive this. Yep, I survived it pretty decently too. But oh, that flinch, that beautiful, beautiful flinch. All right, so his Tyranitar went faster. So I think his Tyranitar is going to be Scarfed. So here, I think we're gonna Rock Tomb, and I should live the Hidden Power Ice from the Zapdos. It's going to do quite a bit of damage to the Zapdos, lower its speed. The Tyranitar is locked into Rock Slide. I'm gonna assume that's locked into that Rock Slide, and I think here going for the Rock Tomb is gonna definitely be very advantageous. Yeah, okay. I mean, hey, he could flinch. It's not called God Slide for nothing. Um, it's definitely it's definitely definitely a thing here. Okay, so his only move that can hit my Tyranitar is electric. So I mean, I'm pretty sure I live one more okay, so I'm still pretty sure I live one more hidden power, or one hidden power ice. I definitely live one hidden power ice. The question is whether or not. I mean, hopefully I can get a crit. That would be kind of cool. Okay, so now the question is whether or not the. Well, okay, let's do this. We're gonna do this. Okay, so I'm gonna save my Lando because his Garchomp is kind of scary. It definitely is very scary, and I think here he kind of has a lot of advantage. He's definitely swords dancing with Garchomp. There's no question about. Oh, Dragon Claw, and it hits. Oh, the pain! Like, not once did my Bright Powder work. Oh well. Um. So I'm still in a bad spot here. Still in a very, very bad spot. Well, yeah. Yes and no. I'm in a bad spot, but I'm not in a bad spot here. So this is the last turn of Tailwind. So I'm gonna protect here, and I'm gonna go for the Rock Slide. I'm gonna go for the Crunch. I'm gonna go for the Crunch. Okay, so my thinking here is he's going to attack the he's going to attack the Charizard. Now, he outspeeds. I know he does have Swords Dance, and he might want to set that up. I prematurely, yeah, okay, yeah, that's not good. So here I prematurely Mega Evolved. Ugh, that wasn't good. Yeah, prematurely Mega Evolved, but with Scarfed, yeah, it's not looking good, guys. I think I just lose this one. So all I can do here is Heat Wave and then Earthquake. Actually, no, Earthquake won't kill. Yeah, Heat Wave and then Earthquake probably won't kill either. Especially because he's going to probably switch in if he switches in. Yeah, okay. I think that's my best move. So, what? How is... Garchomp loses a lot of speed, I thought. Huh. Wow, okay. Well, maybe I get the burn. And now it's game. Well, good game. Sorry for having the most horrible match ever. You'll see me lose again next week. I will allow him to kill my Charizard. Man, I can't believe Bright Powder didn't work. Not once. I'm so... Ugh. Bright Powder and Sand Veil. Not one move missed. Oh well, that's what happens when you rely on RNG. Well, thank you very much. Have a good night. And keep watching.